And what better way to celebrate Chinese New Year than throwing a whole bunch of money into a free game?
Is the Ace of Vegas, the Ace of Vegas.
Hey guys, it's Vegas here. Wanted to thank you guys for clicking on the video. You know what it is, and today I wanted to try something different. So people always ask me if I've ever spent money on this game, and up until recently I just haven't. Haven't felt a need to, and the rewards have always been pretty good, so I've never really worried about it, never had a reason to, but you know, now that the channel's getting a little more exposure and we're getting those questions more and more often, I figure, you know what, let's go ahead and see what happens when you put a couple bucks into MyVegas here. What I did is I have a vanilla account right now that I'm going to show you guys. So this is a different account. See, it's a different Facebook, it's in a different browser, and this is not a completed account, so this is what everybody has when they first start. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the version on this one. Then I'm going to show you the $50 version, so if you put 50 bucks in, because I put a couple bucks into Pop Slots, it all seems to go into the same direction because I had a really good deal for Lunar New Year going on, and I got like 2 billion chips out of it, so it was a pretty good deal. And then I'll go ahead and I guess we'll round it up to 100. Let's just go ahead and do that and see exactly what happens. But first, let's go ahead and start with the purely vanilla, spending 0, just to see what things look like. So going in, we'll go ahead and just check the MGM Partner. So we're just going to go from Aria down to Circus Circus and see if we get anything good. So looking at it immediately, looks like we got some pretty basic stuff, bottomless beverages, some 2-for-1 lunch buffets at Aria, 2 exclusive room rates and all that. And our best one is, of course, the 200,000 chip complimentary room rate. And looks like that one's got to be redeemed by the 5th of March. And we get to take a look at the terms and conditions here. So our usage is limited to any 3 rewards from MGM Resorts International, regardless of the type, so on and so forth, rolling 30-day period, and then reward is limited to the 1 MyVegas player. Long story short is that, you know, once we're on here, we're good to go. Okay, cool. So it doesn't look too bad, actually, just going off the base stuff. Then we move up to the Vidara over here, 100,000 for a room in the Vidara. No casino there, so that's pretty dope. Now Bellagio, let's see here, Bellagio's looking the same, a lot of buffet rewards, some champagne and all that. It jumps from like, looks like the rewards really kind of jump from the buffets up to the rooms, 150,000 for a good room, and then same deal with the free play. Moving on to Park's got exclusive room rates too, lots of pastries. And looks like it's got about 2 full pages of free stuff, including a 2-night comp stay for 65,000. So even if you're not spending any money on anything, you can still have a pretty good time at Park MGM if you're into it. Mandalay's next on the list over here. It looks like they got about 3 pages of rewards. Tops off with a 1-night stay and some free play, and we cashed in the free play before. You guys have seen us do that before. So that's something too. It also has 2 tickets to Shark Reef, which I think is the best thing to do at Mandalay Bay, hands down. Really, really fun to do, so something to keep in mind. We move on to MGM Grand, and it looks like it's got the suite rates, it's got the signature rates too, and interestingly enough, so it's got 2 nights at the MGM Signature, but it only has 1 comp night at the Standard Grand and then 1 comp night at the Grand Signature too. But it does have 2 free nights at the Signature, which for free I think is pretty good. Honestly, I think the Signature is a better hotel than the Grand is anyway. It's a lot quieter, it's farther off, it's more modern, looks very nice, and you still have all the amenities that the Grand gets you on top of the additional amenities that the Signature gets you. So if you ask me, this is the better deal here. Moving on to Mirage, of course, we got half off of the Siegfried and Roy, special room rates. We got some snacks, lots of cheesecake and things like that. Those are all the low roller things. Let's look at the high roller stuff over here. We're talking Cravings Buffet, which I think is one of the best buffets in all of Vegas here, because it does include free alcohol on top of what you got going on in the first place, the actual food and the carvery. Honestly, I'll just raid the carvery all day and then drink the wine all the rest of the day. So worth the money, especially when it's free, when you get the free buffet. Then you also have your Mirage one night comp room over here. And then you get, oh, and for some reason they're still doing the 3 comp night promotion. So this is a special promotion that only comes up every once in a while. So this is for hyper select dates. But hey, 3 free nights is 3 free nights. That's amazing. We'll go on to the next page. We can go down to New York over here. And, you know, we got the usual stuff, free roller coaster ride, Starbucks, all that jazz too. Let's step it up a notch. Looks like you still get the Times Square bar credit, and then a comp night over here too. Looks like it's only single nights though, and then you get the New York, free play, all that jazz. So let's step that up to another notch too, to the Luxor, which is also a single night. Over here, fantasy, you get half off a ticket, dinner buffet, 1 room night. Looks like they've got 3 pages. This does not include a second night, so apparently Signature is the only other one that has 2 nights, which is cool because Signature is a great property, if you ask me. And same deal with Excalibur over here. You got the usual stuff, the buffets, lots of buffets actually on different days too. 1 comp night. We got some Thunder Down Under action and some Tournament of Kings action too. I really do love Tournament of Kings. It's a little cheesy, but I'm the type of guy that likes medieval times, so that's just how I roll. Lots more buffets. It's just all buffets all day here, guys. And then you get the you actually get the steakhouse, and that's a really big credit. That's a $100 steakhouse credit. Over at Excalibur, that's a pretty good deal. They have 2 different ones at Camelot for some reason. Spend a minimum of $125, spend a minimum of $100. Okay. Spend a minimum of $200. So it's like half off. It's really just half off. But, you know, if you order a bottle of wine, so on and so forth, get the steak, this and that, that's a pretty easy number to get to. So taking half off of a bill is a pretty good deal, I think. I saved a good chunk of change doing a Wolfgang Puck actually once, so that was cool. And then we have a small section of things for Circus Circus. Doesn't look like much for Circus Circus, just general Midway Carnival games and whatnot. So I think we're going to stop there. You guys got a general idea what's going on here. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and bring up the main account over here. And let's go ahead and check in on the rewards. So this is my main one where I got 914,000. And let's see what we get here. And you guys can see it's got all the hotels populated in the background. So let's sort out the rewards and see what the changes are. Alright, so when we go to Aria immediately, so this is after spending, I think it was like a $60 package. So this is roughly $50, $60 is what you're looking at here. Your results may vary. I didn't really keep track of it. I think it was like a $60 package. I don't know. There was like a little boost that went with it, and it was in pop slots, so I didn't pay very hard attention. I just got the stuff, and it loaded in my regular MyVegas because I was looking at the changes, and I'm like, oh, neat, that's pretty cool. So the Aria is looking pretty standard. It's got the extra. I think it's got a little something extra. It's got an extra lunch buffet. So remember, it was just these 2. Actually, let's go ahead and compare it side by side. Let's go back to Aria here. So comparing it side by side, it stops at the Aria buffet here, or the 1 dinner buffet, but check it out. There are 2 lunch buffets here. So 1 night minimum stay at any MGM resort here. So I'm not sure if that's just 2 tickets, or if that's for 2 people specifically. I'm not entirely sure. They got a couple blackout dates here, but that's a pretty good deal for $95,000. And then I think it's just a single room night here, so already it adds a little something extra. Now Vidara, that one's kind of small anyway, so comparatively speaking, if we're looking at Vidara, yeah, that's already only 1 page, but I see 3 placements here, and I only see 2 placements here, meaning that we got something extra. We got the 2 comp night, room night here at Vidara, which is pretty cool. Now moving on to Bellagio. So I guess you only got to spend about $50-$60 to unlock Vidara to get in the comp night there. If I calculated right, if I did that right. I don't know. Now let's see. Bellagio's looking about the same. It's got a few more. Actually, I think Bellagio is exactly the same. Oh, if anything, I think Bellagio might be a little bit better if you don't spend. No, it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. Just looking at it. So Bellagio doesn't do anything for you. Park MGM, we got 2 pages of stuff. Still got 2 pages of stuff on Park, so paying there doesn't help you any. Let's go to Mandalay. So we got about 2.5 pages of stuff. So that's 26 rewards on the free version. And if we've paid 27, so we get a 2-night stay at Mandalay Bay, which actually is very, very nice. Personal favorite of mine. We went there for our anniversary. Actually, I think you guys were there. You guys came with us too. Now, MGM. Oh, here's the difference. You get the option of doing the signature or the MGM Grand Las Vegas, the 2 nights. So that's 2 full pages of rewards compared to the Grand over here, which is, yeah, it's missing 1 reward too. So it looks like if you're paying, you're going to get better 2-night options here. So I'm guessing, yeah, we got about 2.5 pages of Mirage here. Let's see what it looks like here. Mirage is my favorite property. All right, I hope it... Okay, so it unlocks the 2nd night. So it looks like the money's really just going to get you a 2nd night at most places. I'm suspecting that... Yeah, 2 comp nights here at New York, New York. That's right below the free. So that pushes it to a 3rd page of options. I found that fascinating. I didn't know that you could tier the rewards based on whether you invest in it or not. So this actually is an interesting investment. Hey, let's see. The Luxor. Looks like we're about... So we get 2 comp nights here. This is 3 pages of stuff. 1, 2, also 3 pages. So it just adds an extra night. How much are 2 comp nights over at Luxor though? That's 54,000. That's actually a pretty good deal. So just 2 free nights at Luxor. That'd be really cool if you could still combine nights. Like I'd take 2 nights at Luxor and 2 nights at Mandalay Bay or 2 nights at Mirage. I'd love to do that. I think that'd be a great way about going things and just go ahead and pay the resort fees. I'd be all over that because that'd only be like $160 for 4 nights in Vegas. All about it. And the Excalibur. Yeah, we're still looking about 4 page. Oh, okay, so it pushes us to a 4th page. It adds the 2 comp nights. So it looks like if you spend money, you're just going to get an extra comp night at some hotel. 2, 3. Yeah, it stops at 3. So it's at 30,000, and we don't see that here. I find that fascinating too because there are more expensive rewards. You figured the more expensive rewards would just be locked, but I guess that's not how they roll there. And let's go back here. And we're looking at Circus Circus. Let's go back here. Let's look at Circus Circus. I think Circus Circus looks about the same. I don't think there are any comp nights for Circus Circus, which is just as well. They're pretty cheap. I think they have their own Players Club card, so that's probably why they don't have comp nights. That's good to know, though. Alright, guys, I'm going to do the unthinkable. I'm going to put a couple bucks into my MyVegas. So let's go ahead and make sure we're on the right account over here. This is the right account. I'm Emerald over here. And let's go ahead and see what other benefits there are. Oh, also, I didn't check to see how many rewards I got at 50. Let's go ahead and do that. I think it's still 3. I think it's still only 3 for doing 50 bucks. Usage to any 4 rewards. Okay, cool. So you can pick 3 activities and a room, probably a 2-night room. So you can actually have a nice little quick vacation. Like if you're going to Cali and just want to spend like 2 days in Vegas, this actually is a really good way to compensate yourself for it. For 50 bucks, that's not bad actually. It really isn't too bad. I hate the idea of spending money on free games like this, but at the same time, you know, it's not so bad, honestly. All right, let's go ahead and see if we step it up a notch. These are the things I do for you people. All right, let's go ahead and step it up a notch. I'm going to see what happens here. And this one has 100% bonus to it. So I'm going to get a lot of chips for it. We're going to get some loyalty points too, so that's going to push us up a little bit farther. And that's going to get us some MyVegas VIP points, so that's going to get us a little farther up too. Multiply it by 5 times for an additional $39. No, thank you. So here's our purchase. Here's what we've got. I've never seen this screen before. So we got 3,200 loyalty points, so we'll do that. 1,500 my VIP points. We'll collect the chips. Okay, and let's see how the VIP helped us. Oh, okay, so we're right on top of being Sapphire, too, so that's going to bring us up on the VIP benefits. I think I might do that another week. I'm just going to do a VIP video. Let's see. Obviously, we got more loyalty points. We have a ton of game chips now. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and go back to... Let's go to Aria here. And start at Aria. So it's loading up. Oh, I don't think it changed anything. Okay, guys, and we are back. So I refreshed the window. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. So we're up to about 100 in receipts. If I calculated everything correctly, we're up to about 100 in receipts to Play Studios. So they should be very happy with us now. Let's see what we get. I think a few of these actually restocked in between. Can I have the Maverick helicopter? No, I cannot have the Maverick helicopter flight. Darn. I heard a rumor that if you spend more, they'll go ahead and get you the sold out rooms, but no, guys, I think it's about the same. It looks the same as what we had before. I don't see any changes on Bellagio. Don't see any changes on Park. No changes on Mandalay either. Let's check the Grand. So we got anything else on the Grand? Nope, not so much on the Grand here. Not so much. Okay. Yeah, so if you guys do put any cash into it, I'd probably limit it to $50 because I don't think it's worth it. Otherwise, it doesn't look like it's worth anything else. And once you get lower into the casino hotels, these ones just kind of get worse and worse. I didn't get anything else special from Circus Circus. I wonder if Maverick has anything else new. Let's compare Maverick. Night Flights. I think that's all the same. Or Wolfgang Puck. Yeah, I think that's all the same too. They only got 8 rewards on this page. Let's check the Puck. Let's check Wolfgang Puck here. Yeah, this is only 8 rewards. I think they are actually all the same, honestly. Fly to NASCAR, yeah, it's just like 13 rewards, so okay, cool deal. Well, I checked for you guys. You guys can never say I've never done anything for you. I checked. So, good times, good times. Well, now we know, so if you do want to invest some money in MyVegas Slots, it's not the worst idea in the world, but just don't overdo it. It doesn't look like it's worth investing a lot into in the long run. So if you have an extra $50, for sure, go ahead. If not, there are plenty of good rewards that you can still get for free. So I wouldn't worry about it too hard. I think that just about does it for the video. I think that wraps it up here. So I think until then, Ace of Vegas is signing out. Strong hands and happy spinning, you guys.